Hello people, and welcome to the channel, and welcome back to the channel for those who are already subscribed to the channel. For who are new to the channel, I ask you to check out my videos, and if you like what you hear, as usual, what I say on this channel is hit that subscribe button and become a part of my channel. I don't usually vlog every day or every week, but whenever time a subject comes to mind or brought to my attention that I believe need addressing, especially in regards of Jamaica, that's when I come on the channel and I express my piece. On this channel, as usual, I express my personal opinion based on facts that I've acquired, and I put it out there. Today, I'm going to be discussing the development and the underdevelopment of Jamaica. Thanks to a YouTube channel that's titled In Jamaica, I have been updated on the latest actuality of Jamaica. First and foremost, the most positive thing about this channel that I find is that there are no comments. The person behind the camera pretty much just drives through Jamaica as it is and record Jamaica, record neighborhoods and record streets of Jamaica. And I'm happy about that because there is no opinion that the person forms. The person is just giving it to you real, and it allows us, the viewers, to form our opinion. And I form my own opinion. So without any further ado, let me get straight into it. In the last couple of years, Jamaica has embraced this new pride. And the new pride is highways and byways. Ask any Jamaican of recent years, what are they most proud of? They will say, yeah man, Jamaica is stepping up, Jamaica is improving, it's heading towards the first world country look, and we are happy. While that is fine and dandy, and I've been to Jamaica recently, so I have seen the highways, I've driven on the highways, I've seen the toll booth, I've seen Emancipation Park. I'm taking no credit away from Jamaica. Emancipation Park is impressive. Emancipation Park is something to be proud of. You know, it exudes the history of Jamaicans. Origin and the slave and the man and the woman and what Jamaica is really about. I mean, when you look at the statue doesn't only say a black man or a black woman, but the statue, without a doubt, exudes strength and exudes power, and it also exudes endurance. So that's all fine and dandy. And when it comes to the highways are great. If you've lived overseas or if you've ever been overseas in any first world country, Highway 2000 and whatever is it that they're trying to do on Mandela Highway at the moment, it replicates exactly what's in the US. It replicates what's in the UK. It replicates what's in the more developed countries of Europe. And we're proud of that, and that's all good. But let me get to the parts that I'm not proud of. You know, as I was watching these videos, and I appreciate the videos, like I said before, the video is raw. The video does not hold back. The video does not edit. It just goes through Jamaica as it is. For all of you who didn't know, I was born in Kingston, Jamaica, and I grew up many of my childhood years in Kingston, Jamaica. So if I don't know anything about any other parishes of Jamaica, I know Kingston, Jamaica very well. You understand? And because I know Kingston, Jamaica that well is why I'm gonna speak mostly about Kingston, Jamaica. It is shameful and it's beyond disgusting to realize that some 35, 40 years later, Kingston, Jamaica, most of it are exactly the way it was when I was 10 years old, when I was 7 years old, when I was 8 years old. As I watch these videos, I see zinc fence, I see broken sidewalks. I've seen big giant potholes, stroke manhole. I see no development. I see the depression of the neighborhood. And here's the deal. When I was a child, that depression existed. But I justify that depression way back then because in Parliament, there was just a whole bunch of thieves back then. And Jamaica had watchdogs back then, but the watchdogs weren't so up with their administrative, and they wasn't ringing the alarm, and they wasn't pointing out on people. Therefore, in the 70s and 80s, politicians in Jamaica, the politicians of Jamaica were making a killing, you understand, because it was a free-for-all, not free-for-all, free for them. They could do exactly as they like. It was like a cowboy town. So I understand why Annatown, Jonestown, Tivoli Gardens, why downtown Kingston looked the way it looked back then. I understood why the inner cities looked the way it looked back then. But this is Jamaica. And this is 2018. And for all you Jamaicans who may have an idea but don't know for facts, I'm going to tell you. Jamaica makes billions yearly only from its tourism. So think about the other sectors, you know. I'm only pointing on one sector. Jamaica makes billions from its tourism. And if all Jamaica is going to invest in is highways and byways and a national park just to make Jamaicans happy, we should not be grateful. We should not be thankful. As Jamaicans, we should be demanding a whole lot more from our governments. Doesn't matter to me if it's PNP or JLP. Whoever is collecting in the purse, whoever is in charge of the country on a year-to-year basis, have a responsibility to make its citizens feel like Jamaica is not only their place of residence, but Jamaica is their home. In the US, in the UK, and in Europe, wider Europe, there are ghettos. There are rundown places. There are places that look shabby, and there are places that look unlivable. But when you compare those places to the places in Jamaica that are considered garrisons or ghettos or unlivable, non-livable places, the places that I just mentioned overseas are still class above Jamaicans' hood. You understand? So what I'm trying to say, what annoyed me as I was watching the video is that the Jamaican government can invest in the individual neighborhood. Jamaican government can invest in where people live, not just where the tourists will see, not just the outskirts of Jamaica, not just the roads from the airports to the cities. Jamaican people need to feel like they live at home. I was not impressed with the zinc fence, and I'm not talking about nice, clean, silver-looking zinc fence. You know, I'm talking about zinc fence that look like it's been there before I was even born. You understand? So I understand how government work. You have MPs, you have councillors, and you have area people. You have them that go down in chain. But what I'm trying to say, Jamaican people need to start putting the pressure on their bottom leaders of parliament and let them move the complaint or the demand up, because Jamaica need to be beautiful, not just on the outskirts. Jamaica need to be beautiful inside and out. I was not pleased to see that some 40 years later, where development of Jamaica is concerned, it's the very same. As I was watching the videos with my family, I was saying the shameful thing about this, that's exactly the way that place looked when I used to go to school. That's exactly that place looked when I used to walk to school when I was 7, when I was 8. Nothing's changed. Nothing at all is changed. So my question is, where exactly is the money going? I hear a lot of Jamaicans talking online that Jamaica is in debt to this country and in debt to that country, and that's all good. every country, not every country, but most countries of the world are in debt to another country. But it still doesn't stop the neighborhood from looking livable. If you go to Brooklyn, New York, if you go to Bronx, New York, which are considered partly hoods, or partly, oh, don't go to those neighborhoods, it still look better than some of these rundown places in Jamaica. Jamaica is a beautiful country, and with airplanes, or who cannot afford airplanes, who have drones, if you just look on YouTube. Because what I realized is that while we were living in Jamaica as a kid, while I was living in Jamaica as a kid, we couldn't see the beauty of the country because we're underground and we can only see our neighbors, we can only see our neighborhood. But when you get an aerial view from Jamaica, it'll amaze you how beautiful that country is. When you watch documentaries and you get to learn the inside of Jamaica's coral reef, or the wider ends of Jamaica, the beaches and the vegetation of Jamaica. When you see Jamaica from outside of that tunnel vision, it's a beautiful country. And politicians in Jamaica are making a financial killing of Jamaica. And it's all good. It's all good. If you work as a politician, you deserve to make your money. But as us, the residents of Jamaica, we are also Jamaicans. So we're supposed to benefit from this income. We're supposed to benefit from the tourism. And when I say benefit, we shouldn't only be benefiting because we're wiping their tables or we're making the beds in these fancy resort. We are Jamaicans. We should benefit. Americans, most Americans are pro-Americans, and they can be proud to be Americans, because even when their country is at the worst, they're still not living at the worst. They have a welfare system. In England, they have a Medicare system. I could see why British people are proud to be British. I could see why Americans are proud to be Americans, because when you look at America, America isn't all dandy and paradise. It's not. There are people on the streets. There are people living in cardboard boxes. There are people, but America has shelters, and most times those people that you see in the streets of America that's begging, half of them, or more than half of them, has a date that they're going to get up from that cardboard box and walk down to the welfare office and actually collect some money that they have a right to receive. Jamaica, we don't have that privilege. We should be benefiting more from the country. But I decided to do this video because after seeing some clippings of some neighborhood, I'm not lying, man, it is a disgrace that Jamaica still look like that 40 years on. For the kids who might be 20 years old, 25, 30 years old watching me, they probably don't have a clue as to what I'm talking about, because the Jamaica that they know has looked like that since they've been kids. So in their head, they probably say, yeah, give it some more time, you know, them a fix road, them a make nice park, so them soon start fix up the rest of the neighborhood. Forget that. Since I was your age or younger, before you were born, I'm telling you, that's how Jonestown look. That's how Craigtown look. That's how Annatown look. And that crowd that you see on Princess Street and downtown and all the hustle and bustle that you find going on downtown, always been like that. Always been like that. Jamaica can, with the money that they receive, despite the money that they're paying out for their so-called debt, they can do better. They can set up a better market system for the people downtown that's crowding up the streets. They can do better for the people living in the hood to make them have better looking homes, better looking fence. It's a disgrace. You know, I'm getting all emotional, you know, even though I don't live in Jamaica. You know, I haven't lived in Jamaica in over 30 years. I've been back and forth in Jamaica. I've resided there temporary before I left again. But I was there last year, and I was more on a semi-tourist mode. So I never really actually got to see the ins and outs of Jamaica. I don't have any relatives in Jamaica, don't really have any friends in Jamaica. But considering that it's the land of my birth. You know, every now and then I do look in to see what's going on. People ask you sometime, are you a proud Jamaican? Most people, without a doubt, say, yeah, I'm proud to be Jamaican. But why are you proud to be Jamaican? Because that's where Bob Marley's from? Or because Usain Bolt, the fastest man, is from there? Why are you proud to be Jamaican? What's your benefit of being Jamaican? I need my Jamaican people to smarten up, think more. The internet is there and it offers every genre of entertainment that you can think of, but it also offers education. It also points you in the direction of knowing your Jamaican law, of knowing your Jamaican history, of knowing your human rights and knowing your powers as a Jamaican. So, without even getting any further, I would like to hear from you guys what you have to say about this, you know, because I am really irated. But before closing this video, I have to say shout out to the video channel in Jamaica. I really appreciate what you guys are doing. Keep up the good work, and I hope that some of my subscribers will subscribe to your channel. Keep it real. You have been keeping it real. Once again, to my viewers, if you like what you hear, like my other videos, subscribe to my channel. Every now and then I get my ideas or my information and I bring it to you guys and share my opinion. All not only to entertain you, but all in hopes that Jamaica and Jamaicans will adjust for the better. Until next time, peace.